Yeah, welcome to the Degenerate Gamblers. What's going on, people? Listen, it's been a wild week. Football, basketball. Let's start right here. The New York Knicks won the cup, whatever the hell that is, this preseason tournament. I still don't understand it. I do know this. They were 9 out of 10 covering the spread. Last 9 out of 10. We loaded them. We juiced the Knicks. And they pulled it out. That was a nice win. FanDuel had a couple boosts. A couple of the sites had a few boosts. So we did nail the Knicks. Big NBA hit. College basketball's been wild. We continue to slay small and mid majors. Okay. I mean, one thing we learned is that, last night I'm going to take an L because last night Siena, who's off to the best start in history, had to go to Vermont. And I said, you know what? I think for the first time ever, Siena's going to go up there. They're going to win in Vermont. Nobody wins in Vermont. Never. Remember that when you bet Vermont, when they play at home, they cover. They just do. They've been doing it for years. They smacked Siena last night at home. On the road, they're a different team. They don't lose in that little gym up in Burlington, Vermont. They don't lose. And I'm pissed at myself for betting against Vermont. But we had a monster game last night. We had Vanderbilt traveling to Memphis. Vanderbilt was undefeated. I put out a 5-unit bet on Memphis. I think they were plus 9.5. And I sprinkled the money line. The game went overtime. We actually grabbed Vanderbilt. We middled it. We grabbed Vanderbilt when they were minus 4.5. They started off minus 9.5. We grabbed it at minus 4.5. And you saw what happened. The game went overtime. We got nervous. Because it went overtime. And then Vandy started piling it on. They went up by like 10. Actually, I think we had them at 14.5. That's what it was. We had a parlay with Memphis and it wasn't Duke. Florida just laid the smackdown on St. Francis last night. So we drilled that parlay. We middled that game. College basketball is starting to shape up a little bit here. But with that being said, let's bring in my boy Steve-O that day, man. See what he's doing. See what man's doing. What's up, Steve-O?
Howie,
how you doing, brother?
Howie, we're in the, good, man. How are you? We're in the thick of it.
We're right in the mix, baby. We're right in the mix. Talk college basketball, man. Last night I went against the grade. I took the Siena. I was going to say Indians. It's not the Saints. It's Saints. They went from the Indians to the Saints. I don't know. They're having the best year they've ever had. They went up to Vermont. I said, yes, they're going to finally win. They got their asses kicked because nobody. When you play the Catamounts, I don't care who you are. You can be like the 87 Lakers. You're gonna get your ass beat up in Vermont. It's just the way it is. They don't lose up there.
It's a science.
But college basketball is shaping up. It's starting to make a little more sense. There's some good teams. And what's weird is you have 4 or 5, at the top, at the pinnacle. You have your Arizonas. You have your Michigans, probably Duke. I'm going to toss Duke in there.
I think it's hard not to at this point, right, Howie? I mean, they're young.
They look like shit the other night.
Yeah. Still won by 23.
They won by 23, but listen, 20 turnovers? They had like 14 turnovers at the half.
Right.
They didn't look good. The guard play is not like some of these other elite teams. Boozer's great.
Yeah.
That kid is a one-man wrecking crew. He needs some help at the guard play. I would say University of Connecticut is in that group. I would say they're in that group.
Michigan Houston, and Arizona have been tough, man.
Michigan and Arizona. I mean, Houston's maybe if Calvin will get it together.
You're saying in that group of
top 4 or 5.
Yeah, but they might be there, but we don't know if they're there yet.
Yeah,
I think we know what.
We're in mid-December. You got to get to mid-January to really separate the men from the boys.
Yep.
Florida, good. The team that is scary And they play tonight, and they're laying a lot of wood, and I'll be on them. The team that is scary, and they cover just about every game, is University of Georgia. They got this kid. He's a junior. Showed up his freshman year, had a long ponytail. I liked him. Blue cane. Kid could shoot the shit out of it. Very athletic. And they just added around him. They got athletes around him. They got Dominique Wilkins' kid. They got the Wilkerson kid. They got some athletes at Georgia. And when they're playing well, they can play with anybody.
Even the game they lost, Howie, was a 3-point loss. They scored 94 points against Clemson.
Yeah. And Clemson's a team that started off and they're actually looking pretty good right now.
Yeah.
Beat South Carolina, which South Carolina's not that good. But you look at the ACC, and I would say after Duke and North Carolina, I'm trying to think, is there anyone else in there that can be competitive with the top teams? I don't think so. There's some shit teams in the ACC.
Pretty
Maryland,
bad.
Pittsburgh, Virginia Tech. Syracuse beat Tennessee.
Maryland's in the Big Ten now.
Yeah, Maryland's in the Big Ten.
But still, I always think of them as an ACC school.
Yeah,
always.
Me too. It's so weird them being in the Big Ten.
Stupid.
They're not good.
No,
they're not. They're not good.
No, but think about the years of Georgia Tech, Wake Forest. Like, they're just not those power.
There's another
ACC
team.
Programs.
When's the last time Georgia Tech? Bobby Crimmins.
Bobby Crimmins, yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Paul Hewitt had a couple of good years there.
Right, with Jared Jack. But that was probably the last time.
How are they not getting players
in
Atlanta.
That
school in Atlanta? I don't understand it. Good alumni base. Got to have NIL.
Yeah.
I don't understand it. And they just haven't been shit the last few years. You look at the Big 12. I'm going to tell you right now, the number one team in my head that has impressed me more than anyone, and they have players, they move the ball, they play defense, they're downright scary as Nebraska. You got to see this team.
You got the governor or the mayor, Freddie Hoiberg.
Yeah, they shoot the shit out of it.
Yeah,
they play well. They had that. They had the kamikaze kid last year, the Japanese kid who was just bombing from all over the place. He graduated or moved on. I don't know if he's in the G League or not. Kid could play. But Nebraska this year, man, they got players.
Mm-hmm.
They got players. They're going to surprise some teams, especially in the tournament. I believe. You look out west. I watched UCLA last night. I don't even know. I think Arizona State did cover against them. I believe they did.
Is it me, or does Mick Cronin just like to fucking hear himself bitch and complain?
Listen, I don't. That's a guy. I put him in that same category as a Kevin Willard.
Mm-hmm. Good coach.
He shows up. He'll have one good year, and then it goes downhill. I'll tell you a surprise last night, or 2 nights ago, was what's his name? Xavier.
I don't even know who's there. Oh, Thad Matta?
No. It's not Sean Miller's brother. Why am I losing it's
I'm looking it up. Because these guys jump. Sean Miller was there last year.
Yeah,
and then went to Texas.
Point guard. You're gonna say it in a second.
I know. Hold on.
It's but I like him. He's a good coach. It's Rick Pitino's son. Rick Pitino's son.
Yes, Richard. Yeah.
So Rick Pitino's son. Listen, last night they came out. They got some good players, and when I say they got beat, they got down 10, 20, 30, 40 to Creighton, and I just couldn't believe the beatdown at home. Here's what you got to look at, people. If you're listening, you want to make some money. First of all, go to WHOP, go to Whop.com, join us on the Degenerate Gamblers Discord. It's only $24.99 a month. But look for Xavier to bounce back and look for a good, favorable line. They got spanked last night. They look horrible. They're decent. I've seen them play. Got a big European kid in the front court. I think he was 0 for 10 last night. Had one of those games.
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you the game that got me last night, Steve. I took Oregon State. Never bet a Beaver. Never bet a Beaver.
All you do is beat Beavers.
So they're playing at home last night. I don't know, laying like 6.5. I even waited till they got down 9. I took them like plus 2.5 or minus 2.5. Steve, they got a 6'10" kid. And they said, he's from Hoosick Falls, New York.
No.
And I was like, whoa, time out here. So anyways, Hoosick Falls, town I grew up in, played at Hoosick Falls Central. They got a prep school there called Hoosac School.
Oh, yes.
And let me tell you something, people listening. This place was a shithole. This place had a gym that looked like a 5th grade gym. It may have held 45 people in it.
9 fans.
I mean, and this kid's 6'10". He's from Serbia. Iles Ilikskak, whatever his fucking name is. But this kid just dominated last night, killed Oregon State. And I just wanted to kill him. I was like, oh my God, man. And they're like, yeah, he's out of Hoosac School, Hoosick Falls, New York. I'm like, stop.
Get out of here, right?
Played 3 years at Loyola Marymount. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, guys. Sam Houston has some players. Oh my God, they got some players. They shoot it. They play D. They went into Oregon State, beat the shit out of them. But look, we got some games tonight. I'll be putting it out on the Discord later. Tons of games from now going up until after Christmas. This will be our last show until after Christmas. But we got to get right into college football. We got to get into college football right now because holy shit, there's games coming up. And we'll start right now with the Xbox Bowl tonight. The Xbox Bowl. We got my team, Arkansas State, who I think they're like 7-3 against the spread this year, 6-3-1. I bet them a bunch of times. I like them. I like this team, Arkansas State. I think they're +1 tonight. I'll tell you right now, I'll put a little bit on them. Not allowed to play Missouri State. They're -1.5 now. This game, where the hell is it? I don't know where it is.
Hold on, I'll tell you in a second.
I don't know where it is.
Who cares? Why isn't it giving me a location? Usually give me the weather. Where is it?
They probably don't know where it's being played yet.
Yeah. The Xbox Bowl. Come on. It's not giving me a location.
I do like Ark State. I've watched them a few times this year. They're -1.5. -1. So you can get them on the money line at -116, which you should take. Don't take the -1.5. I do like them.
Howie, how about this stat for the people? Every single college football game since December 6th has gone under. Every championship game went under. Army Navy went under, and every bowl game has gone under.
And in the last podcast, I said I like Army and the under.
Yep.
Those are my two. I mean, Jeff Monken figured out a way. They should have won the game.
Mm-hmm.
They lost by 1. What was it, 17-16?
Mm-hmm.
Hell of a game.
Yeah.
Hell of a game. But, this people were telling me, Navy's going to put – and I'm like, those games are always close.
Yeah.
It was a great game, but you're right. They're D'ing it up.
Yeah, and it's like you don't know who's playing for these teams either, right? Now, I know UTEP's coach came out yesterday screaming and yelling how he's got like 80% of his team in the portal already or ready to go in the portal. They got to do something about switching this schedule up.
The schedule in football is it's the worst.
It's an abortion is what it is.
It is absolutely the worst. It makes no sense. They have to. And I'll tell you what, basketball's no better. Did you see this?
Yeah, they're letting the kid from Illinois.
Illinois just signed a kid from Serbia. Who's flying in, and he's just going to play. Forget practice. He doesn't have to practice nothing. He's going to suit up and play.
And he's eligible, right? Because he was going to those big-time Serbian schools that credits transfer.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure they have great education programs. I mean, they're teaching Math 101 in Serbia, how to take out a village. with like 3 weapons. Like, stop. This is
Stop.
ridiculous. I mean,
Let's ask,
how the hell?
let's ask Phil Sims what he thinks. Phil, is this stupid? Phil agrees.
Yeah,
You always
Phil,
got to go to Phil. Fucking Phil.
So we got Friday, 11 a.m. tomorrow. You got to wake up.
We got all day, Howie. How fired up are we? I'm off tomorrow. I might start drinking at 9 a.m.
I'll tell you what, I got to do something because I got my ex-wife and kid coming into town to New York City to see the sights, and that's gonna lay a lot on me. I might just have to drop them off somewhere and lose them. That probably will happen.
Stay away from the naked people, though.
Yeah,
that's why you got divorced in the first place.
Yeah. I mean, so it is what it is. Got my ex-wife coming to visit me. You know. Meanwhile, my girl's staying up north, up in your neck of the woods. She's in nothing to do with it. I don't blame her. So we got tomorrow 11. We got Kennesaw State, which we have crushed all year long.
Those are your boys.
Kennesaw State 7-3-1 against the line. And we hit a bunch, and that's the Myrtle Beach Bowl. I know where that one is.
I think we have a good idea where that one's going to be played.
That's the Myrtle Beach Bowl. We got 11 a.m. Kennesaw State plus 3.5.
Coastal Carolina.
Over Western Michigan, one of the better teams out of the MAC, a little MACtion. And again, Kennesaw's getting no respect.
No respect. Rodney Dangerfield of college football.
They are plus 3.5. And I'm telling you, Steve, I don't like this game. I love this game.
Love it.
I love this game. I'll take these kids from Georgia. I've looked. Most of them are playing. This is their first bowl game ever. I mean, this is it. These kids are going to be jacked up. Western Michigan, give them credit. They're probably freezing their nuts off in a blizzard. They're going to be glad to get down and see some weather. But don't be surprised if these guys are walking around the beach in thongs trying to pick up some ass down at Myrtle Beach.
Right?
That's usually what happens in these bowl games.
I don't know if the weather's going to be warm enough for thongs, but you never know. I
think it's warming up. It's heating up in New York City, man. It's like going to be 45 today, 50 tomorrow.
Yeah. They're showing 65 for game time tomorrow for Myrtle Beach Bowl.
That's perfect weather. That's perfect weather. And knock some dicks in the dirt.
That's right.
And you got. So I do. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm taking Kennesaw State plus 3.5. I mean, I don't know. The over under's 47. We got to talk about this next game because you're all over the under on this game. Friday, 2:30, right after the Kennesaw State, 2:30, we got it's one of my favorite bowls, the Gasparilla Bowl.
Oh, that's the one you try to attend every year.
I never try to miss the Gasparilla. What the fuck is a Gasparilla? I don't even know. It's a plant. Sounds like a plant. Could be.
Sounds like a female adult toy.
Yeah, that, or you're in Italy and you order a bowl of soup.
There
you get some Gasparilla. So, but you got Memphis against NC State.
Yep.
And Memphis, I do like NC State. They're minus 4.5. I just think they've played a tougher schedule. But the over under is 57.5.
57.5, Howie.
That is high.
High. And let's be honest, NC State can grind this game out. I mean, that's what kind of they do. Yes, with an up-tempo team that, even they held Florida State, who had the highest ranked offense in the ACC, to only 11 points, held North Carolina 19. They did get stopped by Miami, but Howie, that's another one to definitely look at the under and keep that trend going.
Yeah.
Memphis didn't finish the season strong. They lost 3 close ones in a row, Tulane, ECU, and Navy, but I'm all over the under in that game.
Yeah, that looks good. 57.5. I mean, that's high. And then we're not dicking around. We get Friday night 8, and I got to run over to the Newark airport because my ex-wife's from Georgia, my son's from Georgia, and they'll never figure out how to get here because it's 8 miles away. So I have to go meet him there. And I'm going to get there early so I can at least see the kickoff between Alabama, Oklahoma. Know this, people. This game is a playoff game. These are the big boys. You got 8 versus 9. This game is home for Oklahoma. It's in Oklahoma.
In Norman, yep.
I mean, right now you got Oklahoma favored minus 1.5. If you follow them, Oklahoma's kind of owned Alabama the last 2 years. I made
Stomped them 2 years ago. Howie beat him less than or a little over a month ago. At Tuscaloosa, beat him by 2 points in a game that they were getting 6.5. You know, man, Bama, Howie, I think you can help me out and back me up on this. They did not look good at all in the SEC championship game. That game almost did him dirty. Probably should have kicked him out of the playoff, in my opinion, but they got in because they're Alabama. But they didn't look good. They didn't look good against Auburn. And
No.
I just feel as though, even though Oklahoma might not have looked like world beaters the last 2 weeks of the season either, you know, they had Missouri, they had LSU after they beat Bama in Bama. They've got 3 weeks to rest for this game, I think, and it's a home game. I mean, that's huge.
Home game. FanDuel has a 50% boost on it. I'll tell you right now, I'm not dicking around. I'm going to Steve Valente. I'm taking the under. It's 41.5.
Yep.
And I can see these guys just playing from 20 to 20, hitting some field goals. Somebody breaks one away. I don't see a lot of scoring in this game.
I don't either. I think Mateer is going to try to, you know, do some ground and pound, you know, RPOs, running that offense that way. And then Alabama's offense has just looked mediocre at best. Ty Simpson, about a month ago, 4th ranked in the nation. We thought Heisman national championship hopes. I don't think they get out of Norman alive in this one.
Yeah, it's good. It's going to be very difficult. I do agree with you. That's the final game Friday night. But then we wake up Saturday at noon. You got Miami. You got the Canes going to College Station in Texas, playing Texas A&M. Texas A&M's minus 3.5. I'll tell you what. I don't know why, and I don't know why. I'm leaning towards Miami here. I don't know why.
Howie, I'm with you.
I just think the Canes. I think they have the quarterback. He's been there. Mm-hmm. He won't make mistakes. He'll make some big plays against this good defense. Again, you got a pretty high over-under at 48.5, Steve.
A&M did not look good to close the season out, right? You lose by 10. I know it was in Austin, but you lose by 10 to that Texas team that, again, we didn't think very much of them this season in Arch Manning, right? You lose by 10 to them. You barely beat South Carolina. I think you're down 27-3 at halftime. Have to come storming back to win that game. And then you got a Miami team. Are they going to win it all? No, not whatsoever. But they're pissed off. They're saying, fuck you. You weren't going to let us in. You had the Fighting Irish above us for the last month and a half of the season in the rankings, even though we beat them on the field. They went into Pitt, kicked their ass, beat Virginia Tech's ass, whooped NC State's ass. Forget about Syracuse. They lost 2 tough games. You lost to Louisville and you lost to SMU on the road, both on the road. So, I think Miami has something to prove in this game, and you're going to give me that 3.5 with the hook. I'm taking them all day.
Yeah, I don't know why. I just have a feeling they're going to show up. They have athletes. I just, I don't know. I just get that feeling.
Yeah. Howie, where they're good? In the trenches, right? And that's where you got to be good in these games. That's where it's going to come down to the big uglies in these playoff games, and that's where Miami has the upper hand.
I think so. I agree. That's going to be a good game to watch. That's a new over/under 48.5. I mean, again,
another one, right?
I can't go over. Guys, Saturday at 3:30. You have number 22 Lane playing at number 6 Ole Miss without their head coach. Lane, whack job. I don't give a shit about anybody else but myself.
Me.
Kiffin's gone. You have some drama in between the hedges down there in Mississippi. Mm-hmm. Tulane has some NFL caliber players. They have some big time players. They have a great running game. Tulane is good. And they're getting 17.5. I can't bet against it. That's too much in a play. I like the dog here, man. I don't know. I could be wrong.
The only thing that I'll say is Tulane, John Summerall stuck around, right? He's going to Florida. He's out the door as well. But he did stick around. He actually gave $100,000 to the school in NIL money as he's walking out the door. So he stuck around, unlike Lane Kiffin, right? So the Lane train took the first, he said he wanted to coach bull fucking shit. I don't know, Howie. To me, they kept most of the staff in place at Ole Miss. They already beat this team earlier in the season. What was it, like 45-10, right? So beat them by 30, 35 points. Man, this might be a game where everybody rallies behind Ole Miss, the Rebs. They get together as a team and say, fuck you. We're going to take the little sisters of the poor out back of the woodshed, and we're going to pound them into submission. I think Ole Miss hammers. I think both of these Power Five or group of five schools get their doors blown off tonight. I think
wasn't it? Who was the team this year? My mind is blank. That went into Ole Miss and they were terrible, terrible. And I'm talking. They hung with him until about 4 minutes to go in the game. I don't know if it was. It wasn't Stanford. It was somebody that bad.
Oh, no, it wasn't South Carolina.
No, it was somebody way worse.
Kentucky, Arkansas. Yeah.
Arkansas went into Ole Miss, and they were getting like 28.5, and they almost beat them. Ole Miss is one of those that they either show up or they don't. I think Tulane's going to be up for this one.
If you can't get up for this one, then you just know if they get blown out, these group of five schools have no business being in this playoff.
Now, this next game, Steve, Saturday at 7:30, everybody, I'm going to get some comments in this section. People are going to say, Howie's smoking.
Howie's on that shit.
Howie got hit in the head because Howie thinks James Madison can go to Oregon and win the game. At plus 1,300. At plus 1,300. I think that James Madison can go up there with the line's 20.5. I will buy a point. I'll buy it up to 21.5, and I'll put a big 5-unit bet on it. I just think James Madison. Oregon did not impress me the way I thought they would preseason. They didn't impress me.
Yeah, I don't think Moore has been that quarterback that we thought he was gonna be. Dante Moore. I don't know, Howie. I am just so down on these group of five schools. I don't think James Madison or Tulane even belong in the conversation. Like, who would you rather be watching? I know you hate the Irish, but the Irish and even Texas or Vandy or one of those teams, I'd much rather see it because they're the top 12 best teams in the country. And I think we have to get to some sort of structure that's where the final outcome is the top 12 best teams in the country.
If Tulane and James Madison get smacked, you would be correct.
Yeah.
If they show up respectable and play, and these are good games, then the committee got it right.
Right. 100%.
I mean, I'm the first one to come out and nicely say fuck Notre Dame. They beat nobody.
No.
And their schedule next year, I hope they don't get in next year because their schedule's worse.
Even worse.
It's like, guys, you got to beat someone. You can't let Miami beat you.
That's where I think the strength of schedule needs to come into play more. So like a team like Texas, yes, we were never sold on them. But they only
Vanderbilt.
Vandy, again, right. You go through the gauntlet of the SEC. It's like, and it means nothing. So to me, that strength of schedule has to be a bigger gauge when they're determining this outcome.
No, you're right. I agree with you. So, but then we get into Monday. We get into some Monday. I think we got the. I don't know how bowl it is, but you got.
Oh, I know what it is, and you love this kind of soup.
What is
it? It's the Idaho Potato Bowl. You love potato soup.
This is going to be at Boise State, and I'll tell you this right now. I do like this game a lot. We got Washington State playing Utah State University.
Yep.
And I like Utah State. I like them getting 1.5, and I like this game a lot.
Love them.
This is a big game for them. They're a good team. Washington State's not that good.
No.
Listen, people listening, if you want the info, if you want some extra info, you're making these bets, go to WHOP.com, join the Degenerate Gamblers, $24.99, join for 1 month. If you don't like it, leave, but we're on the Discord. We got a bunch of guys on there talking.
Every day.
All day. Go to @Howie Dewey and YouTube, join up, follow me. And this next game, Steve, Tuesday at 2:00. Oh my God, I love it. You got the action. You got Toledo plus 6.5 playing Louisville. You know Louisville doesn't give a shit about this game. They don't care about shit.
Their coach, Brom, he beats that Miller Moss, their quarterback. I don't even know if he's playing. I've never seen anyone get more verbally abused than Brian Brom abusing that kid. Like, I think he's in his soul is injured from the amount of verbal abuse he took from his coach.
Oh, which, hey, I have no problem with it. Most of these kids are prima donnas and they need to get kicked in the
Pussies.
nuts.
I love it.
I
I love the hard
I
love.
like them.
However,
I like Toledo going there and beating Louisville. They're plus 190. I'll get it up to plus 6.5, but I love Toledo. And if you look at the bowls the last 10 years, guys, the Maction kicks
dogs.
ass.
Yeah, and the
Mac kicks
dogs.
ass every
Yep.
year. I don't care who they're playing.
Mm-hmm.
Look, these are. Where is this game? It's it's somewhere nice.
Boca Raton.
Oh
So
God,
FAU.
are you kidding me?
Yep.
These kids are gonna go down there and knock Louisville's dick into the sand. Then they're just gonna go around, smoke Chiba, and fucking just probably bang hoes for 2 or 3 days.
Yep.
They deserve it.
Yep.
Next game.
Howie, just real quick, 7-3 Toledo is against the spread the last 10.
Yeah.
Louisville's 3-7.
Come on. That could be my favorite game that we're talking about so far.
Play it up to a touchdown. Look, I love it. Yep.
Next game, Tuesday at 5:30, Western Kentucky, Southern Miss. I don't really have a play in this game. Western Kentucky's probably under. It's high. It's 57.5. Western Kentucky's done great in bowls over. Listen, I can't handle it right now because Tuesday at 9:00. Oh my God, this is a max play. Max play. I don't give a shit. I'll give it out right here.
Right
you got
now.
UNLV playing Ohio. You can't bet Ohio after where'd their coach go? He's just got booted. Their coach just got
pulled Sharon Moore there. He pulled whatever he did. It wasn't good. It is.
It's got to do with
not good.
Yeah, it's got to do with
not good. They said they said you ain't got to go home, but you got to get up out of here.
They kicked the coach. This guy was a good coach.
Yeah,
good coach.
Yep.
Players liked him. UNLV's minus 6.5 played Ohio. I don't know, man. I think they're in trouble. I think there's a lot of strife, a lot of drama there. There's problems. This coach, I don't know what he did.
No.
I don't know if he pulled a 3-fingered Sally or just went to a sorority house and just went downtown. I don't know. But
Shocker.
He did something shady. Did something shady. And it's like I said in the last pod I did, people, if you're in business or you're going to an office every day or you're a teacher, here's what you just remember. Never, never, never send one in to a female who has a lot more to gain than you.
There you go.
Don't do it. Don't do it.
Yep.
I mean, if I'm going to bang someone and I'm going to tell my girl, honey, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to do this, it's going to be Jeff Bezos' ex-wife.
That's right.
Oh, yeah. I'm just going to get kinky.
She's got a lot more to lose than you do.
Yeah, it's going to be someone like her. It's going to be a local politician. Somebody can get me out of traffic tickets. Somebody like that. It's not going to be somebody, my assistant. No, it's not.
No.
They're going to tell on you, people.
And looks just like your wife. Like Sharon Moore from Michigan. She looks just like your wife. What are you doing?
Yeah, I mean, I understand the premise. Because I have trouble with ethics and values. So coming from a guy like me, I do understand how we got to that point. Now, offering 5 OnlyFans chicks tickets
at halftime,
you can't. It can't be more than maybe 1 or 2. You can't get up to their numbers to 5.
Come on, we're trying to prove a point, not celebrate.
Yeah. I don't know. He was into a good situation in that program. He really. I mean, you know what it comes down to, people? Listen to me. Pussy has no face. Pussy has no face. It just doesn't. It never has since the beginning of time. And if you fuck around with it and you're a male, you got some balls between you, you're going down. You're going down. I've seen it. I've seen it in politics, in sports, in business. It's never going to end well. Never.
Nope.
So that's one thing. The final game we'll go over here before we get it. We'll have a pod right before or after Christmas. But California, Wednesday at 8:00 is playing at Hawaii. And I don't know. I got to do some research on that game, find out who's playing, who's not. I don't really have a pick on it. But the over-under is pretty high there, Steve, 54.5.
Yep. Yeah, I would definitely go under. But Cal's got a new coach, right?
Yes, I believe they do. And I believe the quarterback is playing. Same dude. And I like that kid.
Yeah.
They've covered few. We've had some good information. That's what I'll do. I'll call my boy, linebacker, played there, to say what's going on.
Yeah, what do we got?
But that's why you join the Discord. Because
100%.
we write it all up on the Discord.
Howie, I got a little teaser for everybody tonight. I'm gonna make you sign up. I got a teaser. We're gonna go NFL and tonight's college football game. We tease some numbers.
Yes, that's
got
what we
plus
do.
money.
That's what Steve does. Steve gets creative. And with that being said, speaking of creative, he's coming in hard right now. He's coming in hot from North Carolina. We're going NFL. Let's bring in the NFL master.
Hey.
Let's bring in our boy. What's
I'm
up,
down
man?
in Raleigh.
Down
in Raleigh.
Where are you, in Raleigh?
NC
State, baby.
State's probably a couple
squad.
blocks from where I am right now.
Dude, that's a guy like you. You could go. If I were you, I would go to NC State right now and just walk around and just tell them that you're, a professor of computer science, because you could pull that shit off and be like, look, take my class. Pull a Sharon Moore or the coach from Iowa
Michigan.
or Ohio, like we're talking about.
Oh yeah,
because you got nothing to lose. You got nothing.
No,
to lose.
He did the same thing. It's a trend.
Something similar to get shit.
They haven't really.
Yeah.
They haven't really said what he did.
No, just said fired for cause.
But if you look at that guy in the face, he kind of looks a little bit like somebody like me, somebody that would do something like that. Somebody that would. It looks like somebody is like Howard. Did you?
Does anybody call you Howard?
Grad assistants.
Because you are the least looking.
Only like when I used to work
Howard. That is a Howie.
Well, when I was a basketball coach in college, any position that I had, or at Morgan Stanley,
they called you Howard
in business. Yes, they did. They'd say, Howard, we need to speak with you in the office here. We came in last night, and it looked like somebody kind of ran. Said, why is there used condoms in the administrative assistant's office? I don't know, sir. They're magnums. They definitely weren't mine. We get into the NFL, and my head is ringing because that Sunday night Dallas game
had
me
it
back 17 years because I could
I
have cashed out.
I'm the opposite. I cash out
cashed
pretty early. I just always cash out early because
I should have.
It's I don't know. I've learned my lessons the hard way with not cashing out.
Yeah, it hurt. It hurt me. It kicked me in the balls nicely. It was very painful watching Dallas just
they couldn't do anything
against Minnesota. They got up 7-0 or 3-0. They got 3-0.
That's right. That's where you probably would have wanted to cash out right then.
Yeah, that's right, Steve. That is right. I lost 3 nights sleep over that one. That one hurt. But look, I need a winner tonight, fellas. I need some info. I need a winner in this Rams Seahawks game. I definitely need a winner because I'm going on one of these teams. The game's in Seattle, 8-10. LA Rams at the Seahawks. We just got information that probably top receiver in the NFL, Pakua. Am I saying his right name? Pakua.
Puka Nacua.
Puka.
Yes.
His brother just got arrested. His brother
stealing Theo Adio's car.
Oh my God!
Is that what it was?
He took Theo Adio, the rookie from Arkansas, who's now on the Lakers. Him and his buddy took his car without approval and brought it to their hotel. Valet parked it, and then they arrested him. They tracked the car there and arrested the 2 guys at the hotel. They valet parked the motherfucker.
Did he even know the player from the Lakers?
I have no idea.
That would be hilarious if he did.
Nice car.
I don't know, man, but look at that. It's 190.
All right, so Puka Nacua might be a little distracted. He could be a little distracted. Or maybe he hates his brother. We don't know.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't give a shit. He's probably like, I bought that bitch like 3 cars. Screw
right.
him.
Yeah, his brother's probably a fucking crackhead. They showed a video of him slapping a fan. I think he plays in the what's the CFL? Not the CFL. What UFL?
No, that's too
and
bad.
slapped the fan. They showed a video. I was on Twitter. It seems just like
Why does every successful person have just
a
a
shit
The
mutant,
law of
a
DNA. It's the
mutant. It's
law of
either
DNA.
sibling
And
or
the
son,
sad thing is Puka Nakua has this
Like,
kind of inspirational story. He lost his dad, in his youth, and he dedicates every game during the anthem to his dad. And, so you're always pulling for this guy. And then his brother's a knucklehead.
Yeah.
yeah. It's like I got my ex-wife and my son coming into town tomorrow, and I had a long talk with my wife. I said, "Look, you need to talk to him. He's not gonna be running wild in New York City. I don't want this kid coming up and fucking Rob Reinering me. I don't need this shit, man. I really don't, man. That's the last thing. You have
Well,
night,
they're
especially when you
stronger
have
than you
sons.
now.
Just
You never know.
Be nice to him.
Yeah, my kid's bigger than me. He could easily pull a Robbie Ryan or Nick Ryan, whatever that fucking mutant kid, crystal meth, turned into Charles Manson at the snap of a finger. So we get into the Rams at the Seahawks. This is almost a pick 'em here.
It
Rams
is
plus
basically a
106,
pick
Seahawks
'em.
minus
Look,
124.
this is a big game for both of them, obviously, for seeding, for the division. It is in Seattle, but we've talked about this for the last few weeks. I know Steve has talked about this for a while now. The Seattle Seahawks offensive line is just not that good. Like, they just do not protect Sam Darnold 3 pass attempts in a row. If there's 3 pass attempts, one of those he's getting hit or pressured.
Getting hit.
It's been consistent like this for weeks now, and I look at LA and that pass rush. Everybody's healthy. Verse, Young, Fisk, they're all healthy. I think it's going to be a close game, and I just think that it's going to come down to the quarterback that's got better protection, and that's Matt Stafford. I think if the Rams have the ball late, they're going to score. If the Seattle Seahawks have the ball late, I think the Rams defense wins the game for them, and it'll be close, and it'll probably come down to the last possession. But it's hard for me not to lean Rams on this. This isn't a game that I think the Rams are going to look past, which we've seen them do a couple times now against lesser teams. We saw them against the Mac Jones 49ers, and then obviously a couple weeks ago they lose to the Panthers on the road, a sloppy game. This isn't going to be a game that they look past. I think they're going to be dialed in. I like the Rams. I just don't that the Seattle offensive line pass blocking rankings, whether it's PFF or Next Gen, it's bottom 5. Like, there is just no way to grade them higher.
But I can tell you right now, I'm with you on this. But I got a little bit of a problem with the Rams defense, especially after last week. They just let up that backfield.
No question. They had a bad
open.
game against the Lions, but that Lions offensive line it is better than the Seahawks offensive line. It is better. It's not as good as it always been, but it's better.
So with that being said,
oh,
could this game go over 42 and a half?
It could definitely go over 42 and a half. I mean, look, the Seattle Seahawks do have a good defense too, and they're gonna make plays here. But I don't know. I mean, I just see the Rams winning this game. I honestly, I just see them winning this game. And here's the other thing: Sam Darnold, I think, is a decent quarterback. I don't think he's great, but he has yet to win a big game as an NFL starter. When the big games came at the end of the regular season last year for the bye, they lost 2 or 3 straight, and then the Rams beat the crap out of them, of the Vikings last year in the playoffs. So, like, I just haven't seen Sam Darnold step up in a big game and win. He kind of reminds me a lot of Ryan Tannehill, like, where he's a pretty good quarterback, but just never won a important big game.
Yeah, I mean,
Look
I
at this,
can't
though,
disagree
too,
with that.
guys.
Yeah.
Devontae Adams is probably going to be out this game. It's not as big a deal as you think it is. He didn't do anything in the previous matchup earlier in the season. He had 8 targets for 1 catch for 8 yards. So you want to look at that as a big sign. I look at it
Mm-hmm.
as another receiver stepping up, which Mihua, I already teased it. I'm going to put it in a little alt parlay for the people later on tonight. But I got another receiver on the Rams that is
Yeah,
going to step up and
you
go
know,
over his receiving
Matt
yards.
Stafford's like, I mean, he's a vet. Like, I think almost like having Devontae Adams makes him take bigger risks. And when he doesn't have one of those guys, he dials in a little bit more. He doesn't take as big a risk because he doesn't have the
Good
hall. You
point.
know, he's a Hall of Fame wide
Yep.
receiver, and instead of throwing to him, he's going to be thrown to the tight ends. He's going to be thrown to the running backs. He gets a little more conservative. I kind of like a little more conservative Matt Stafford, even though he's a baller. I recognize how good he is, but
Yeah.
he'll won't take as big a chance. And you know, Julian Love, the safety, will be back. He's playing, and they have a good secondary. I agree, Steve. I don't think it necessarily hurts the Rams not having Adams. They always have guys that just seem to always step up. I mean, years ago, we saw them take Baker Mayfield off the waiver wire, stick him in a game, scheme him up, and he had an amazing game, which then launched him to go to Tampa Bay. That's why McVay's, you know, he's modern day John Madden.
Who he is. Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
good
and think
coach.
about that 2-headed monster at running back with
Mm-hmm.
Corum and Williams. They're going to grind it out. They're going to, simplify the offense a little bit more, I
Big
think.
time.
And those guys can get
Yeah,
you,
this is a
get
top
you
five
back,
run
get
block
you yards.
offensive line.
So,
They get off the ball. Kyron Williams
yep.
has, I mean, an anytime touchdown isn't a bad play either with him.
Yeah, I already played it. I have him anytime touchdown tonight. Kyrie Williams. Yep, that's it.
Got Saturday
Yeah.
football, huh?
Yeah, we got 2 games Saturday, people. 2 games. We got a 5:00 and an 8:20. 5:00. You got one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL. You got the Eagles -6.5 visiting at Washington.
I mean, I don't like the
have. Do you have any
spread that
moves
much,
there?
but I like the Eagles. That's for sure. You know, if you take that down to minus
Win.
2.5, I like that a lot. I think Commander season is effectively
Okay.
done. You know, I mean, this is the beauty of the NFL. Nobody really packs it in because those guys are playing for contracts for next year. No, you know, so it's not like they're just, you know, packing it in, trying to get a lottery pick. I think they'll still play relatively hard, but um, they just, man, they just don't have, their secondary's bad, and they just don't have that much on offense. So I like the Eagles. I don't love them
Right.
at 6.5. I'd take that down probably to 2.5. I'd like that a lot more.
You got anything in that game, Steve?
This just seems like a game to me that Washington is not going to be up for. I think it's a game that Philly kind of wants to start a trend here of getting hot going into the playoffs because they're going to win the division, right? You got Buffalo next week. So, and then you finish up with Washington again. So, you win these next 2 games, then the last game of the season, you might be able to rest some starters. So I think this might be a game that Philadelphia really puts it to Washington and does cover that number.
Are you guys surprised that the Saturday 8:20 game, the Packers are favored at Chicago -1.5? Because
They have
they
some
got
injury
problems
issues
at Green Bay.
Everywhere.
Yep.
I mean, you got Micah Parsons is gone. He's out.
Done.
What do you? I mean, how do the Bears should win this?
They
game?
have a chance
They're
to
at
win
home.
this game. Look, the Bears win ugly. I mean, when they've been winning ugly. This
All year.
reminds me
They
of
do.
the Giants a few seasons ago when Daniel Jones got them into the playoffs, and I think it was Dable's first
Playoffs,
season,
yep.
and they were 9-8 or something like that. but they were winning games really ugly. And the Bears are winning games ugly, but one stat that is, they have turned into one of the top rushing teams out there. DeAndre Swift and Kyle Monangai have effectively become a very good running back duo, statistically speaking. No Parsons.
Yep.
I I honestly think that's a big, big loss, man, because it, he puts his pass rush lets the cornerbacks take a lot of chances and cleans up a lot of the messes. I don't know if one player to look at if he's playing, and I believe he was on injured reserve. I don't know if he was off and practicing this week because I've been on the road. Is Van Ness? He's a defensive end. I think it's his second or third season. He's actually very good. He's a very, very good football player. If he's playing, you might be able to disguise the loss of Parsons, but on the offensive side, I don't think Christian Watson is going to play. And so he, when he got hurt in the Denver game, like you saw the difference. Like the offense just, Jordan Love was looking and looking, and they just don't have anybody who stretches the field, and nothing was really opening up. And so you don't have Christian Watson. You haven't had Tucker Kraft in weeks. He's done for the season. Is this the game it catches up to him in Chicago?
Watson, Van Ness, and Wicks are all practicing.
Okay,
so
then for everybody who's watching,
so
check us out on Discord, because this is going to be, if those guys play, I probably take the money line Green Bay Packers, mostly because the Chicago Bears have just solely been winning games so ugly. I think that's enough. I actually think Van Ness is a very good defensive football player that hasn't had a lot of snaps because they traded for Parsons, but he's effective. He can put some pressure on the quarterback.
Josh Jacobs.
We're gonna just have to see the injury report and who's playing, because it's a tough call.
Yeah. So that's why, guys, go to Whop, WHOP.com, join the Discord, because it's $24.99 a month. Sign up. Premium Discord, $24.99. You got to sign up, because we get late information on this stuff, and that's the NFL. The NFL, you don't know who's playing.
Well, look at Rome Odunze. He was gonna be playing, and then right before kickoff, they said he's inactive.
He's out, and they're saying he's still going to be out for this one too.
Well, we get into Sunday. Probably the biggest game of the year I can't wait to see is you have the New York Jets going to New Orleans. And, you just talk about two talented teams.
What's
the under
teams
over,
playing for something?
What's the under-over on people in the seats? I'd like to know that number. 6,300?
Yeah, less than 10,000.
They're going to be giving tickets away in New Orleans for that fucking game. But I'm telling you, this is it. I have a game Sunday, and this has been working for me. This is the only thing in the NFL that works for me, is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to Charlotte. And guys, look at it again. Charlotte's at home +3.
I finally will
dogs.
agree. This seems like a weird spread. It really does.
Yeah.
I do think Tampa overall is the better team, but Baker Mayfield, the last 5 weeks, has just not played well. There's no other way to describe it. He's been inaccurate. He's missing guys, and he's
Bryce Young. You put +3.5 in Bryce Young's back pocket, and he just balls out. He's been doing it all year long. As a dog, he's a dog.
More importantly, Tampa has not covered.
They haven't covered, and then the defense had a pretty bad game last week. You know, they
Mhm.
Kyle Pitts
I love
just
this
went
game. I do
bananas
love
on
this
them.
game.
Just absolutely. I mean,
Bananas.
I was just like, you're just leaving
My
this guy open. I mean,
my daughter had him in
I
fantasy, and
know.
she's like, "Dad, where's this guy been all year? I just missed the playoffs, and now this guy's blowing
No,
up
I
for
mean, I don't
60
know if you guys
fantasy
are
points."
familiar with best ball. The Kyle Pitts and Trevor Lawrence blew up everybody's best ball last week. If it wasn't for Trevor Lawrence and Kyle Pitts, I probably would have
Oh,
had 6 or 7 entries go into the semifinals. Instead, I only got 3. Um,
Trevor Lawrence. I hate to say it. The guy looks like the best
we
quarterback in
were.
the
Oh,
NFL
we
right
were
now.
ripping him too. We were
Oh,
beating
as
him
soon as we
down,
started
They
ripping, he
have
just started
played
balling out.
balling out.
easier schedule the last few weeks, though. I mean, they did have the Jets last week. They played
And-
the Jets, and I forget who they
What do you
played
mean?
the
They played the
week
Jets.
before. That's a game where I actually like Denver in that game. I like Denver a
It's only
lot in
3.
that game. This is a tough. This is the type of matchup that I don't like for Trevor Lawrence. It's a defensive line that can speed him up, and it's a bunch of guys in the secondary that are ball hawks, man.
I
Yeah,
agree.
this is where he throws
Could be
interceptions. This is
problems
where he
for him.
holds the ball too long, and you're like, throw the ball. It's like watching a freaking Jason
Yep.
movie, and you're like, he's around the corner. He's around the corner. He's about to kill you. And you're just like, throw the ball, Trevor. Throw the ball, Trevor
Yeah.
Lawrence. Throw the ball. Don't hold on to it. And then he fumbles.
Well, how about this pass rush for the
They-
Denver Broncos? They're
yeah,
relentless.
I mean, and it's not just
Relentless, these
Benito.
guys.
It's Zach Allen. It's Cooper. It's Hufanga will come flying in there. I mean, it comes from every angle. Their
Yeah.
pass rush, and it just feels like a bad matchup for the Jaguars unless they can run the ball. If ETN can have a good game, but that spread feels very reasonable with Denver. I like that spread. I would probably lean towards the under in that game, but I do like Denver in that game.
I think a lot of people could lose a lot of money betting the Bills at minus 10.5 going into Cleveland Sunday. I can see the Bills winning that game by a touchdown or a field goal.
You know, depending on which Cleveland team shows up, yeah.
I mean, their offense has definitely improved a little bit, and they still have a decent defense. And you've seen the Bills against good defenses.
Yeah, and that game
they go for spurts where they have problems.
They give up. They give up
And
a ton of points.
that
Bengals
game's in
and Patriots
Cleveland, right?
put it on them.
Yeah. It's in Cleveland. So
it's that, and I think that crowd is going to be amped up to see Myles Garrett get 2 sacks. I mean, he's 1 away from the record.
Yeah.
You know, Josh Allen is the type of quarterback. He does hold the ball till the last second. He could. I mean, he's got to go up against Deion Dawkins, the left tackle, who is very, very good. But Myles Garrett he's the Will Chamberlain of defensive ends. I mean, this guy is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I hope he gets the record.
He
deserves it, man. He gets tripled. And, you know, one of the other things about how impressive this record is he's on a losing team that is usually playing from behind, which means the other team is running the ball more than they're throwing the ball. And yet he's still he could realistically end up with 25 sacks, which is crazy. It's crazy. Like it's amazing.
Insane. Have we seen a worse Sunday so far? Listen to these matchups: Chiefs, Titans, Bengals, Dolphins, Vikings, Giants, Falcons, Cardinals.
Well,
I mean, Raiders, Texans. I mean, look at some of these matchups this weekend.
That'll be a good
the
game.
Patriots,
That'll be a good game. I
Baltimore
think
Sunday night.
the glass
Sunday
slipper,
night,
the pumpkin, all that's coming out for the Patriots right now. I mean, they blew a big time lead at home. They've had an easy schedule up to now. Look, I'm a Patriots fan. I am, but I don't like this game for the Patriots. I really don't. They
When they were up 21-0, were you going
no,
ballistic like Dave Portnoy
not at
saying,
all.
"Yeah, this is our house. This is boy, what a
Yeah,
that
not at
boy, that
all.
guy's just a complete dumbass."
Yeah.
He's a
Just-
clickbaiter. That's all he gives a
He's a
shit about.
he's a
is clicks.
clickbaiter. He actually has a great product, but knows very little about sports. He's got a lot of good guys working.
But he'll
No,
tell
I
you
mean
he knows everything.
granted they were up
Yeah,
21
he's great
nothing,
clickbait.
but look, this team is until like the left tackle Will Campbell not playing is a huge problem. Until he comes back, anything a bad play can happen at any moment for the Patriots offense because it's strictly Drake May. Everything is on that. It is on his shoulders to throw perfect passes based on the personnel that he has, which is average at best. Besides Trevion Henderson's probably the only uber talented player on the field when Will Campbell isn't playing, besides Drake May. So I'd be careful with that game. I actually like the money line for the Titans. I I actually
Okay, all
like
right,
that. I
I
have
like
been
it.
painfully watching every Titans game every week.
Because the
They're
Chiefs are
done. And
giving up. The
also,
Chiefs are done.
so like if you looked at the end of last year at Drake May's games, they were losing games, but you could see something. You could see there's something here with this guy. I
Yeah,
feel like, and I'm not an NFL scout, but just from watching football for 35, 40 years, Cam Ward looks like there's something there. And he is getting better. I mean,
oh yeah,
I would
yeah,
say every game that I've watched of the
hell yeah.
Titans, he does make at least one or two plays where,
Dude, he put a scare in the Rams last week. Trust me, I was like, every time we look like
yeah,
it's
like
third and 14, he's
he
throwing
does,
for
yeah, the
21.
Oh, the
Titans just like
Niners. The
the
Yeah,
Niners.
the
Cam
Niners.
Ward doesn't really get that rattled. And this is for Tennessee, this is a game they could win this game. That I mean, Gardner Minshew is okay, but you know, they don't have a lot of
Yeah.
weapons. They can't run the ball.
Listen, Pat Mahomes couldn't be
Yeah,
Pat Mahomes with that Kansas City team this year, right? So the surrounding cast
absolutely.
was not what it had been in years
No.
past. And other than the Jacksonville game, Tennessee's been in
Yeah.
almost every game against good competition. Niners, Seahawks, Texans are playing out their ass. The Chargers are a winning franchise right now.
They're
So
not.
they're
They,
not playing
they
horrible
get,
football.
they have a bad habit of falling behind early, but they hang around. They usually hang around for about three-quarters of a game, and then it gets away from them, or they fall behind early and then they slowly come back. But Cam Ward, I think he was worthy of the number one pick. I think he's going to have a good
Oh,
career. Will he be great? I don't know, but I think the floor is reasonably high, and I think a money line on this game, I would take it. It's I like that one.
yeah. Okay, I like it. Steve, is Jackson Dart? Is he terminally shot already in the head? Is he just?
I watched that whole game Sunday, right?
I think this guy's eating applesauce for dinner already
Like,
at age 24 in his life.
just like drooling out the side of his mouth. I'm like, this poor bastard is he's not seeing straight. I'm like, I don't know. I don't
Well,
think he's ever gonna get it.
He takes off and starts running, and he just puts his head
Cringe.
down. He's like,
just
"Let's
start
go."
cringing. Start cringing. I mean,
Yeah,
it's-
he and that running back
There-
are going to be in a senior.
Oh,
There,
my
yeah,
God.
he
Under the
always
31.
goes
Just
head
eating
first.
applesauce.
I'm like, what are you doing, man?
Head
I mean,
always.
Yeah.
This is not high school football. You're in the NFL, not
Yeah,
for
you got
long.
a 260-pound linebacker that runs a 4.3 that's, he thinks that you're a brick wall. So
And you
Yep.
have
it's
to
not going to end
assume
well
the
for you.
coaches are saying slide.
The,
They have to be telling him that.
slide.
Like
One would
to.
assume. One would assume. Jackson, you probably don't want to.
Probably don't want to go head first into that one. No, we're going to take a slide.
No,
But he had a big run last week for like 26 yards. After 20 yards, that's when he should have slid, but he didn't. He went shoulder first, right to gain that extra, 4.5 yards. It's like, you dumb mother, cut it out. But I don't know because literally there was like when the actual refs took him out of the game, I'm watching him walk to the sideline with his helmet up like this, like kind of like looking around like he's like fucking.
He does.
I was crazy.
Yeah, he looks like he's like just gonna start singing the Star Spangled Banner.
Yeah, it was like what's Doc Brown there in Roger Rabbit when his character's eyes are fucking spinning out of his head.
Yeah. So I mean, that's
I'm
you
gonna
guys got
look
anything
at
else?
The Bijan Robinson prop against the Cardinals. I'm gonna take a look at that.
Okay. And guys, if you're listening, that's why you want to join. Go to whop.com, WHOP.com. Join the Degenerate Gamblers Premium because Mehul, Steve, he puts props out on sacks.
So one thing I'm going to put up
yardage.
soon, because we're getting down to the last couple weeks, wherever I can find the information, I'm going to, like all of these NFL contracts have incentives. Like a lot of these players have incentives for yards, touchdowns, sacks, interceptions, all types of things. So I'm going to try to put a chart together of a lot of the players that are chasing these things. So in some of these meaningless games, somebody who breaks 1,000 yards, that might be worth $150,000-$250,000 bonus at the end of the year. There's other players that have sack incentives. There's a lot of incentives put into these contracts. A lot of that information's in public domain. I've done this the last couple of years and done pretty well in week 17 and week 18 if you spread it across enough of these players that are within range, of course. They've got to be close enough that they feel like they can get it. Because here's the thing, their teammates push for this too. I mean, if your pal can make $250,000 if he gets one more touchdown and you're running the ball from the 2-yard line, that fullback is going to go full bore and try to run somebody over and be like, I just made you $250. How about you buy me a watch?
Yeah.
Or at least a steak dinner. Yeah, absolutely. Well, listen, man. That's it. We're gonna have a wild weekend. We got
one game
hoops.
real quick though. I know before, but
go, Steve.
We didn't mention it. Was the Steelers-Lions game? I mean, this game's got pretty good meaning behind it. You got Steelers got to keep pace with the Ravens and stay ahead of them in the division, and then the Lions. We know the Packers are banged up, but they got to win this game to get into the playoff hunt. They're on the outside looking in right now.
That's right.
They're laying 7 at home to Pittsburgh. So I think that's definitely a game to keep our eye on at 4:25 on Sunday.
Yeah, definitely. It has implications. Well, that's it, guys, for this week. We got a huge loaded slate this weekend in college basketball, NBA. The Knicks did win the cup, and we still don't know what the hell the cup is, but the Knicks won the cup. So let's just stop talking about it.
What about the old thummy? Josh Hart giving the old stinger up.
I'm tired of people talking about. I have a nephew that does that shit to me all the time. I got a nephew that thinks it's funny. Like
means
Uncle
he loves
Howie.
you.
He'll be like, Uncle Howie, look over there, and he puts his thumb up my ass. I almost kill him. And he does it to me all the time, and I never catch him. But so
Brunson was
I'm not
pissed.
I mean, I don't know. I thought it was funny as shit. I like when Hart goes, it was AI. I mean, look, that's just gays.
College roommates, they're best friends.
That's just gays being gay. I mean, guys being guys. It's the same shit. Whatever. I don't care what they do as long as we just keep winning.
Damn, that's pretty impressive.
Games, 10 out of 11. That is impressive, and that's why I had big units on that particular game. They just now they're playing the Pacers tonight. And I'm telling you, I hate to tell you this, guys, but I'm betting Indiana because they're going to be sitting these guys. Mike Brown's going to sit these guys all night. Indiana's going to kick the shit out of us tonight. There's no doubt about it. We don't care about this game tonight. And I think it's a perfect opportunity to bet against the Knicks. So you got to, if you want this info, you got to join the Degenerate Gamblers. That's what it is, man. But guys, let's make some money this weekend. Jesus, let's do it.